Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Has been a couple days, but hopefully you guys have been doing good. Excuse me. Anyway, today is Saturday, June 1st. Crazy. It is already June. Anyway, we have an 8 game slate here for the main slate. Got some early games if you guys are playing those. I think a 5 game early slate, but obviously we are focusing on the main slate. So haven't done a video in the last couple days. Honestly, last two slates besides yesterday was probably the worst slates I've had in a while. Trying to get out yesterday. Man, excuse me. Anyway, yesterday was not too bad for FanDuel, as you see here. A little hard to see. Hopefully, we can zoom it in here. Anyway, just doubled up. Just put in $100. Man, it was in slate yesterday. A 195.7 was the line, so crazy high. 203 had Mike Fulton sucked. He had good strikeouts, but he just completely give up too many runs there. Smith as a cheap Kippens, he did all right. But the main thing here was the Colorado Rockies, very solid. So it's three usually. That's pretty good. But today, yes. So anyway, would love to guys come join us. $10 a week for FanDuel and 10 a week separately for DraftKings. Get in on it. Check out our Twitter in the comment section below, or our Twitter. Say right here. You can copy that and send us a message. So that is it for that. Anyway, we said an 8 game slate. An interesting slate. Need a couple totals to come out. Mostly this one. Always have to watch the totals, the line movement. That's always a big thing to look at as well. So anyway, no today, but I am going to go a little in depth into it here today. So I'm just going to show you some of the pictures that I'm liking in this one. For sure, Verlander, he's probably one of the top plays. I don't know if you really have to spend up to him, up for him, but if you are going that way, I don't mind it. There's not too many cheap-ish stacks out there tonight, so it's going to be a little hard to get Verlander in there. But if you're going that way, definitely don't mind him. He should be a very solid play. But just a lot of the good stacks tonight are just not cheap. There's not too many mid-range or cheap stacks out there. So it's going to be a little hard to get Verlander in there. Same as Kershaw, a little hard to get him in there. I love both these guys. I have Verlander a little higher for sure, projections-wise, but Kershaw not in a bad spot. If you want to go a little different, I don't think as high ownership. You can maybe look at some Zach Greinke. Don't mind him here tonight against a Mets team that's up and down for sure. They can hit or they can kind of suck. And I think Greinke goes kind of overlooked here today. Not the highest opponent run total here, so that is a good thing. One of the lowest actually on the slate against him, so that's a very good thing. As you see, he's been kind of up and down. I like his innings. Strikeouts aren't as high as they were in the past, but I still think he can get you a solid 35, 40 in this one. Obviously, he's 10,000, so it doesn't look the greatest out there. Like I said, your best bet if you're looking for 45 plus is Verlander. Kershaw probably going to get you around 38 to 40. He could get hit up against Philly, but like I said, there's no really crazy good pitchers out there. But if you're, I don't mind Greinke. Like I said, DeGrom, another wild card play. He could either suck or could get you, 9 to 10 strikeouts. I got him kind of in the middle here. I got him kind of base where he could get lit up, but also where he could also throw a gem. So, what DeGrom are you going to get? I kind of on the side of him doing half decent. I know Arizona can hit pretty good, but also once again, a kind of a low run total against him. So I don't mind taking a shot with DeGrom here at $9,900 if you want to go that way. I really do think he could go off for you. I just have a feeling this could be a half decent night for him. So you could definitely look at him. I like Heaney a little bit more on DraftKings if that's the way you're going. A little too much for me on FanDuel. Only had that one game to start the year since he was coming off the injury list. Only played pitched 5 innings. So he's a little better over there on DraftKings. So probably not a FanDuel pick for me, but I do like him on DK. Domingo German, I think That's how you say. Maybe I messed up. Anyway, our team. Cole Irvin, we'll talk about him in a second. Another cheap-ish guy you can look at is Jack Flaherty. I really don't mind him. Nice team total against him. A 3.7 ERA, as we know, Cubs can hit. I'm worried about. For the most part, the dude's not bad. The most. So if you're looking for your kind of mid-range cheap guy, I don't mind Flaherty, but keep him. He's not going to go crazy on you. He might get you 435 in this one. And then Porcello, not too high on him. Jose Quintana, high total against him in St. Louis. One of my GPP wildcard picks here is Jose Urena. I really don't mind him. 4.11 ERA. The dude's going to give up 2 to 3 runs. That's the only thing that sucks. He is in a pitcher's ballpark, which is good. Last two games, not looking too bad for him. Like I said, he's going to give up his runs like you see here. But the big thing is not the big inning. That's the thing about Jose Urena. If he has a big inning, he's kind of screwed. And his pitch count, it goes up and down recently. He's had an 80 game. He does go over 100 pitches, so that's a good thing. Like I said, I need to know the total on this on the San Diego side. If it's relatively high, probably going to back off on it in GPP. But the dude's $7,400. I think you can look at him in GPPs. Like I said, depending on that San Diego line total. That total is what I'm looking at there. So I don't mind Jose Urena. Definitely a solid DraftKings pick there for me. It does give up a couple hits, which hurts a little bit on DraftKings because they do go against you, but I still don't mind him for about maybe 16 to 17 fantasy points, which is not bad for DK. Next is Nick Mark. I have no idea how to say his name. Anyway, he's up and down as well. Another thing, I got to see the total there for Miami. He's been just terrible the last couple games. And I think, Miami could be kind of an interesting, not really a stack, maybe like a 2-off player if you want to go that way. You can maybe go Castro or Anderson or something around that way. So I don't mind maybe a couple Miami bats just to fill them in there, just to get some Colorado guys in there. But we'll have to see on that one. Your GPP play, I think, of the day, the official one, is John Gray. We saw Marquez last night, did pretty good against Toronto. We'll have to see. Another one of those guys that's an up-and-down player with his pitches and stuff like that. But the dude strikes out quite a bit of players, and as we know, Toronto does strike out quite a bit. Got pulled from his last game because of a blister injury. Hopefully that is all gone here. So we'll have to see. $7,000. I think he could get you 30, 35 in this one. So I do expect maybe a couple guys to have Jean Gray. But like I said, Toronto, they can randomly get to you. So, they did score 6 last night. So Gray for sure is your GPP guy. Don't mind him on DK. And that's mostly it there. So kind of the stacks that I am looking at here. I do not mind a couple bats against Jose Quintana. The team total there for St. Louis is relatively high. Don't mind some Jose Martinez if he does play. He's been trashed recently, but he's in a good spot if he starts. That's the big thing, if he starts. I don't mind maybe some Paul DeJong if you want to go that way, a couple of those guys. And for sure, Paul Goldschmidt, I think for me, is one of the top plays here tonight against a lefty and Jose Quintana that has been struggling recently. Another one to look at, like I said, maybe a couple one-offs with Miami. This one's interesting here with Marcus Stroman. I know, like I said, they're facing Colorado, and I think they have a 6.5 run total. So for me, it's an interesting one for me. Stroman, like I said, not the worst, not the best pitcher out there. He does give up his hits, so it's one of those things. He may avoid the big innings here. I'm not expecting the most runs scored by Colorado in this one. I still think they score 5 to 6 total runs, maybe a little more, but I'm not expecting a huge outbreak like they were last night. Maybe that's just me. I do expect Colorado to be really popular, and trust me, I'll have a couple Colorado guys in there, but I'm not as high on them here tonight against Stroman as I was I think it was Jackson. Jackson's just trash. Jackson just got annihilated. So, like I said, Stroman does give up a couple hits. He is in Colorado. So, like I said, just me personally, I'm kind of on the edge. I'll have a couple bats, but not a full stack. I'll still maybe have Story and Nolan Arenado, but I don't know about a full stack. Other guys I'm looking at, I really do like this Los Angeles Dodgers stack against Cole Irvin. And like I said, Dodgers have just been straight killing it, man. 39-19 on the season, looking pretty good. Cole Irvin, 5.6 ERA. The dude has just been struggling. Called back up. Had a good one against Kansas City, but after that, it was kind of not too great. And facing one of the best teams in the league in Los Angeles. So I really do like an LA stack. I do expect them to be relatively popular. Like I said, personally, I'll probably have a 3 to 4 man stack on LA, maybe one or two Rocky bats, maybe with Gray or Jose Arena in a GPP. But yeah, like I said, this one's not bad. Kike Hernandez should be in there against a lefty. We'll have to see what's going on with Turner. You can maybe look at him. Doesn't bat the greatest against lefties, but I don't mind him. David Freese, if he is starting, if Turner is out for some reason, or if Freese is just in there, don't mind him. He is good against lefties. Not as high on Seager here. Not really a lefty killer. He still might do half decent, but not one of my highest Dodger picks out there. I do like, obviously, Cody Bellinger. I don't know if Jock Peterson will be in the starting lineup. I think he hits $197 against lefties, so usually he's not in there. Alex Verdugo, he's hitting half decent against lefties, and another cheap exposure guy. And then Taylor, if he's in the starting lineup, don't mind him. Does half decent against lefties, but also kind of a wild card play. So really don't mind some LA bats here tonight. That's probably one of my better stacks that I'm looking at, and one of the highest run totals on the night. So that is probably where I'm going to go there. Let's see what else we got going on. That is mostly it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I don't mind a couple of LA bats against Seattle. Their run totals at like 4.5 maybe or so. It did go down a little bit since I looked, but still, watch that run total for LA. If it goes up, don't mind it here at all. They are facing Tommy Milone. Milone not looking too bad to start the year. He has faced Texas, which is a lefty heavy lineup. So that's the only good thing about Tommy Milone. On the flip side, LA is not really a lefty heavy lineup. They got a lot of righties, so I do not mind a couple right-handed bats against Mr. Tommy Milone. So guys, I'm looking at Tommy La Stella. He is a lefty, but I don't mind a little bit of him. David Fletcher, solid guy to get you 9 to 12 points. I think he's in a good spot. Obviously, Mike Trout, he's one of the top projected guys on my list. Cesar Pulo, I think that's his name. If he starts, why not put the dude in there? He's $3,000. The dude's been killing it. He's just played a couple games, 545 average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. But if he's in there, I don't mind him. Ohtani is back, so we'll have to see how much he's really playing. But the dude's just annihilated right now. So, yeah, if he's in there against a lefty, shoot, why not just put him in there and see if you get some cheap exposure. I don't mind a couple one-offs with Mitch Haniger and Domingo Santana. If you do want a couple Seattle bats against Andrew Heaney, that is up to you guys. So that is kind of what I'm looking at. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I broke down mostly everything. I know it wasn't the visuals you guys are used to, but I went pretty in depth into that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So that is mostly it. Like I said, interesting slate. I'm going to have to look at some more of the totals throughout the day and see what we got going. So like I said, I might have a couple heavy, pitchers, but for the most part, I think I'm going to, go a little risky and stack some of these cheap pitchers and then stack them with the big stacks with LA and, a couple Colorado bats and St. Louis bats as well. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, leave a like. I do appreciate it. I know not a lot of you guys are watching it, but the ones that are watching it, I do appreciate you guys quite a bit. So that is it. Like I said, a W for us yesterday. Hopefully we get out of that small little 2-day funk. It was just terrible. And, like I said, good one yesterday. Would love to have you guys come join us. $10 a week for FanDuel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. To get in on it, check out our Twitter in the comment section. Or, like I said, our Twitter's right there at DFS Moneymakers 2. Just type it in, and you should be able to see us. So that is it. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a pretty good start to your weekend. And we'll see you guys a little bit later.